Hey guys, and welcome to Overland NZ. We've just got back from a trip up to the far north of New Zealand, and it was amazing. A week and a half of sand, dunes, sun and sea. It was just awesome fun. So back now, home, and I thought I'd have a real quick look at how we pack the truck to go away on trips. We had heaps of questions about how we fit everything into it, especially with the dog, because she takes up quite a lot of room for a very small animal. And yeah, so I thought I'd run through how we kind of squeeze everything in and how we make it comfortable. Let's go. So everything about our setup is really, I guess, simple. We don't have a canopy, we don't have anything crazy like that on the back of the truck here. It is purely our tent, cover, tray, everything goes in there except for things that need to be out of the rain or perhaps a little bit more secure. So this is kind of what our tub looks like when we're out and about. We normally have another box just in that area there for clothes and things like that, but that's inside because we're now home. Starting on the driver's side here, so we've got 20 litres of water. That comes with us everywhere. It's always full except for now. It's got a hose attached to it so I don't have to take it out all the time. There's a tap, you can kind of see it down in there. And yeah, the hose is awesome. It means you can leave it strapped in. I got a gas bottle for our cooker, which we'll get to in a minute. That just stays there, doesn't seem to cause any problems. Up under there, we store our lights and things like that for the tent. Over this side, we've got another chair. You kind of see it in there. We've got air compressor, recovery gears under there. There's also a spade buried way under there. That's not used very often. Now we have the Pioneer stuff on the roof. And on this trip we bought a plank of wood as I knew we'd be camping on sand. So we got our rubbish bag. This is a dirty gear bag from NZ Off-Roader. We use it for rubbish. It's brilliant. There's no reason ever to leave rubbish at a campsite. So, grab one of these or something similar, put all your rubbish in it. If you can take it in, you can take it out. It's in the big black box here. This is our cooking utensils, stove, plates, cups, cutting boards, jet boil. If you don't have one of those, they are awesome. And kind of just everything that we need once we get to camp to prepare food and keep things real comfortable. So we use that box all over the country. It doesn't seem to let any water in, especially now we have the cover back on the tray just to keep things that little bit drier. But yeah, it's been awesome. It's a great way to store all that stuff that doesn't need to be protected from the weather, but that we need to keep it in a contained place. So one thing we've done to help kind of with the storage, being a dual cabin stuff, is get rid of the back seats. So we have a false floor in here that sits up. Kind of see that in there. That there has been in the truck now for about 30,000 Ks. We don't use the rear seats overly often, so we keep that in there most of the time. It takes maybe 20 minutes to change it over. We have our fridge, so that's basically strapped down with 4 points like this. Again, it hasn't gone anywhere. It's 40 litre CFX, and it's brilliant. This is probably one of the best things that we have done. So you can keep things under here. Generally we keep sort of light stuff and things that need to be sort of, I guess, hidden away for lack of a better word. So yeah, it's kind of the driver's side. It's nice and simple. The fridge takes up pretty much all the space. And the passenger side here, so this is kind of where all the fun is. So again, you can see the false floor. I've built another level now, which I'll get to in a second. But same sort of setup, heaps of space underneath. You can still access the jack and all that sort of stuff. And originally the dog used to sit on that lower level. The problem with that is her crate's quite big and we just didn't have room for anything else. So before we went away this year, I built another level for this, which means that we get space for a pantry under here, so that is all of our food and things like that, and Chloe keeps her bag there with all of her clothes, and then the dog can sit up here, which means that she can see out the window and what's going on. See on the side of the blue box here, we covered this in our highlights build video, but we've got our switches for all of our lights and power points on the side. Got a nice big waterproof 80 amp fuse just to make sure that the battery doesn't go wrong. Inside the box We now have all of our charging gear, our deep cycle house battery, and we carry our inverter and tools and things like that in the back here, you know. We don't need them often, so it's not too much of a hassle to get in there. So yeah, that's kind of a real quick overview of how we pack our truck and go away. It's super simple, there's nothing too crazy to it, but it works really well, and we haven't really changed too much other than the dog's platform recently. Yeah, cheers, thanks for watching.